successful, DRX were the first to use the comp, as in triple initiator.
Play that super aggressive, kind of controlling, almost oppressive play style that we're used to from them. Shopify should be able to run, in terms of the fact finding, in terms of the information gathering here for Shopify, that mid-round should look damn good.
Okay.
So let's not forget Giuliano has switched here as well.
One away from winning. Champs. Shop on defense, G2 on attack. Boombot lineup does this. Which one is this? I'm not sure which one this is. Get shot either way. It checks here and it checks close. That's the main thing. But they shut this down, so they tried to create pressure here, but the pressure and they tried to create the question mark here, but it couldn't have been cleared any faster. So this has been really nice from Flower. That means that they can heavy stack over towards this. But the recon went out and it didn't scan anyone with the recon, and they walked past the smoke. So KP has to kill 2.
Found out here. Big paranoia, but nobody to follow up. Mary actually finds the kill.
Yeah, Mary maybe just avoided that for now. You can see Laurie has been seen as well, marked as it stands. So
that was kind of unlucky, to be honest.
Too active in this. I should allow for the plant to come in here, but it is 5 against them. But there is some good chip damage done. You got Mimi down low, a glance a little low, Petra as well. So only Giuliano and Mary.
Scared from getting crunched, so she had to like WDP.
Fully safe all the way back into A main.
A lot of low HPs, huh?
Bit of contact going to come in. You see Laurie starting to build up a little here, and the pistol's going to show. Lovely smoke there for Mimi to
nice recovery. Okay, nice pistol from G2. I felt like Shop did well here. But honestly, the recon coming in. I have a big pet peeve at the moment. And a lot of it is, especially on rounds like this, in my opinion, the recon is so good on the back wall when people run out, so using it for information doesn't really help, especially when it's very situational, but they had so much information over towards B, so I much prefer, instead of doing the recon out to get information for A main like we saw here, saving it for the site here is so strong. It's a big pet peeve at the moment. I'm not entirely sure that I'm 100% correct, but I think this was a good situation where it definitely would have been better to save the recon. I'm a big believer that having the recon, again, it's very dependent on the round and what information you have around the map and who's rotating, what util you have on the rotate. But I'm a big believer that saving the recon is better than getting the information sometimes and helping your team out on the site. That's where I pretty much sit with it.
Still far back as well. Glance still
they stack everyone back a site. How many shorties? We got 3. Oh boy.
How many do they get? From the depth,
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sonda gets 2. She does the shorty and then she has the classic. Okay, this is really nice from Sonda. Again, a little tip for you all. I imagine most of you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. When you're buying the shorty, make sure you drop the shorty at the beginning so that it doesn't go away, so that you have a classic to pick up afterwards. She shot both of her shots, gets the classic, and managed to get 2 kills from it. So that was really good.
Mimi off to a good start.
Good eco.
4-0. Good progress towards that null command already. Really to write home about for Shopify just yet. We'll see what progress you 2 can make in this round. It's, I mean, only the 2 weapons retrieved across.
Yeah, it was a really good eco. Lost some guns. Okay, bonus round in terms of full bonus round. 2 hero guns now.
The other thing just to note as well, with the proactivity we did see on Bind, like I said, this composition, it doesn't really lean in that way. Big trade-off of damage. Actually, Mary coming out the worst off here. 2 HP left.
This is how I know she's crazy. Gets Sting down to 2 HP and goes for 2 more pre-fire shots. When the rest of her team have 2 hero guns. She's wild.
Being given a fair amount of map control, so you're kind of walking in a little to the dark here, but the paranoia and smoke committed over towards short. See them starting to build in towards the safe side, but again, the spike isn't here with them. There is no full commitment just yet.
Trying to pull somebody out of position.
Oh, the timing on that's really nice.
Great awareness from Laurie, but gives up the angle. Benita there to pick it up, but caught with knife in hand.
Well, that's a fumble.
Didn't retrieve the weapon though.
What a good decision from Petra not to overheat and to get the gun here. Keep an eye on this weird lurk duel.
Tries to go for the smoke, but
That's
Sondra
really
just feeling
unlucky.
it, just
That's really unlucky.
all seeming to line up there for her. Maybe still on guard duty in middle.
Giuliano has to get ahead of that smoke drop in, and she absolutely does. So Spike will come through.
That wasn't too much of an overheat because the smoke was there. That was more unlucky than anything.
5 HP for Glance.
Oh, Mimi's timing can be atrocious. Yeah. Well, KP went for the smoke instead. And, they might have just missed each other like ships in the night. I think, yes, the ping. They know where she is now, but Giuliano's still going to find Laurie. Sondra does isolate Mimi, so now it's just the players on the site pushing towards stairs.
Giuliano, that was so bold.
KP
Holy hell, there is a flash. Misses.
Maybe going to get caught off guard there, but actually TP inside the smoke.
This could be nice. Give them a fair one.
Nice angles. Nice bonus round from G2.
Up, but it's Giuliano to find the critical ones on the site, converting the bonus here.
And a big indicator in terms of the composure coming into this map, right? A comfortable start for G2. Firmly in
You think that was
control
gap?
of these
Yeah, you
rounds.
might be right.
They need a file it under them.
They definitely do. They need to maintain
It
this.
it did look pretty forward. I think you're right.
Potter's lent on this heavily on the desk. Is that kind of composure, that stabilizing factor?
That duel was that's what
We
decided
have
it.
like this in the other maps. G2 picking up pistols, a couple other bits going their way, and then once the gun round comes in, it starts to fall to pieces. This is not even that moment. This is a dangerous
1,000 curses.
Shopify Rebellion, very good at
Nice.
these kind of like slight purchases.
Momentous
not a mini
occasion.
investment here, not too much. Just that Judge and Marshall coming through. Good start,
Nice
Giuliano.
kill. Again, eco. We do have the Judge. Where was it? It was over towards short. Okay.
Above a minute.
And G2 not looking to pop on the back of that either. Posting up. We'll wait for Petra's utility to clear through. Still 2 members to deal with. Laurie to an extent. Benito over towards lane. Yeah, we got a ton of information on the back of that Aldrone. Mimi takes the tag on the way in though.
Yeah, Mimi looking a little wounded. There's still threats here. Oh, Laurie didn't get the reveal on any of the players. Maybe she could have used it. Laurie's just run over Mimi. And this is the round of course Shopify get dangerous in Benita. Overwhelmed, but what's remaining? A 3v2. Mary and Petra, and yes, you're right, they absolutely. And there he is.
Oh
and
my.
A firing squad on the other side. Petra 1v3. Detected
She might have owned it.
and denied.
They took a.
This is a tall
Okay, wait.
task. Gets the first.
Fatal.
Back on board. All goes in.
Might go for a spam with the Fatal because they would have gone down to low to 1 HP.
This could be everything. All goes up. Judge comes out. 20 seconds.
Judge.
Petra's making the play.
Holy hell! 1v3 from Petra. Really nice, good use of the ult. First kill, made a good deal, and then yeah, this was nice. Good eco though for Shop.
Absolutely.
Gonna be gutted again. They didn't win this, but
the start of Bind there, where Shopify actually got dominated their buy round, come back through on the Thrifty with just minimal investment. This time around, Petra goes huge.
a nice flash through.
Waiting for the KO ult to fade, and yeah, to bring that Nightfall in. Lovely stuff from Petra.
Great pressure as well though to make sure that KP can't swap away from that Judge. Very on a swing. Laurie caught off guard a little bit there.
Mary, challenge dealt with. That's a double stack. Only noting one though. You can see where the spike's heading. You can see where the rest.
I like that setup that these two have here. Right, the chamber TP's away, and then you think it's clear, and then you eat the flash.
On the B side of the map. No progress just yet, but yeah, on the back of this utility. Shopify looking to clear through.
Yeah, they're in.
Nice Omen flash, good swing. This is a weird round because Omen. Okay, I was gonna say Omen still hasn't got out onto site, but
now players coming back in from shore. This was the double stack that pushed her on B main, making it back around towards Tree.
oh, this was a nice decision. They didn't feel comfortable with planting here because they didn't have any map control, so they waited for the they didn't go for the plant, and they decided just to take control, and they completely owned them. G2 look very in control on this map. And this is Shop's veto normally, so it makes sense why they look a little bit uncomfortable.
Was because Sondra and KP were so good.
Yeah, they were.
Laurie was so good at supporting Sondra as well to get into these positions to really actually take these scrappy fights. We noticed on Bayern a number of times where it's like you look back and you think that's around G2 should have won, and embrace that chaos here. G2 absolutely run away with it.
It's good seeing them getting A little bit more into it now. You could see
A little more vocal.
But they always have good.
this
This is the thing. G2 pretty much always have good starts, and then then it's like
don't blame you for being upset, of course.
after this happens, it
come out, and it's always been the case. Don't piss off G2.
They were left baffled.
Yeah,
it gets a little bit
As were we watching some of these
touch and
rounds
go.
back. So it's absolutely crucial they get off to a good start here on Ascent. Much harder as well. Just coming back to that conversation. What are Shopify going to be able to do to kind of disrupt the early round from G2 the same way we saw on Bind? Much wider default from G2 on most of those rounds.
Yeah, certainly a predicament. You can see KP there having a conversation about it. Maybe discussing the best options available. This map, it doesn't sit well within the wheelhouse, I feel, here for Shopify. But it has been also somewhat of a vulnerability for G2 in some aspects as well. It hasn't ever been their stronghold, I'd say, in my mind. But they're proficient at it, and you're seeing that here. A little bit of that comp change. Looking okay. How are you feeling about that raise now coming out for Giuliano? Are you happy enough with what it's achieving so far?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen G2 have to rely on it too much just yet. It's not as if some of these rounds
okay.
are going
Eco
out
round. Pauses come in.
Are required to clear a load of space to get onto site.
Ooh, the pace. Hold on.
Lime UK, what's up, dude? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. With the prime, appreciate it. Prowler didn't check this corner.
Willingness to commit denied.
Flowerful's actually got a Spectre here. So, possibility to do damage. She's desperately trying to figure out exactly where she's positioned. I'm not sure if she was noted, the reveal was shot, so...
There.
A little panicky there. Unable to get the Spectre. Position to do damage. Drone denied as well. Mimi...
Wasn't 100% sure she killed it. Okay, double stack over towards A. This might work out well, especially if the Omen is jump spotting this to sell the fake. This can work great. So we'll keep an eye on the Omen to see if there is a jump spot to sell this. I mean, this might... Yeah, it's been sold. Okay, fair play, Petra.
Now the site's on a platter. Available. I quite like this.
I'm impressed that she
no
checked that.
mistakes in this one. Didn't over push the issue towards B, but it ain't over yet. Of course, still a couple of sheriffs, and that's Spectre to work through. Not clean, but it's job done. Petra finds Laurie. Benita and Flowerful. Last one's alive.
One enemy remaining.
Benita will fall.
Nice round. 11 kills, 2 deaths.
Another prime gaming flawless for G2.
Okay, buy round coming in. This is a lot of rounds at the moment. Shop need to start getting some, else we're looking over towards the next map.
You even noted actually whether or
This
not
is a lot to get.
they're in range to hear the audio, but again, no hesitation from Petra. You see there on the replay, just barreling towards Wine, making use of that time. Much better start here to Ascent.
Yep. Could change here though. We do have another buy coming out for Shopify, and they do have ults to play with too. Lorries, KPs, and Flowerfuls. You can hear that invested at the very start. So G2 looking like they want to keep it simple.
Much looser hold here on 8. Sure, actually, if you see on the
One person hold. That's a good knife.
Good knife.
Holy hell, that's a good knife.
Well,
5.
big
Well,
info.
that'll do it.
Found a whole lot
What
here.
map control do we get around the
How's
map?
that changed around though?
Not
So
too
early.
much.
Yeah.
They can still dismantle this now. Obviously,
G2 have to
There
be
is-
scared of
Actually,
this
I think
angle and
spotted
this
Flowerful
angle.
now.
Yeah.
The smoke will go up, preventing any freedom here in mid for Flowerful.
quite like the way they're still trying to utilize this and being very diligent on the way back through, noting they probably lost some of that map control, having to build back in diligently towards B, but it's a double pump looking towards A. KP. Petra so vulnerable, and now that contact on Mary, they've got to be ready for this. They've got to know what's coming their way. Double stack.
Oh man, the
three,
timing
and
there
the
is
timing
crazy.
there has got Sonderdead.
Dude, Mary's
And
just
now
crazy
KP
confident.
Get out of there in
It's,
time. Makes a mad escape. Giuliano clearing the site. We'll send this deep towards CT if she has to. Or to buy precious space.
Oh
I
no.
have no idea. Laurie's waiting.
Laurie pinged it.
Yep, there it is. Delivery.
Fatal if they want it. Big duel behind's
Losing a lot
happening
of
at the
space,
moment
Glass
as well.
gets it back, and Mimi shuts it
G2
down.
managed to
KP
win the
was
duel
trying to
from
make
behind. It was a
opening
1
out
for 1 and
something.
then Mimi
And
won
you
the
can
extra
see
kill.
that G2 mean business right now. Flowerful's naive.
Damn nice.
Need to go above and beyond there, but doesn't get it. I mean, this is... You might have just woken the beast, right? Like this
Yeah,
is
this
G2
is
looking mean.
dominant at the
Giuliano
moment.
taking all the space and actually glanced to backfill that as well.
Yep.
Reinforcing some of the things that we wanted to see G2 clean up on the previous map.
So just to
round here
clarify,
for
so
Once
G2
again,
had
putting
2 bans at the
even more
beginning,
pressure
right? Because they
on
came from the upper
finances of
bracket,
Shopify.
so that's why this map's
This
in
time
the
around
map
for
pool
Alpha not being
for them.
rewarded
So they
in
didn't get a
terms of some
chance
of
to
these
ban
opening engagements, even
the
given
map
the
they normally do.
opportunity.
Jorzus, what's up?
It's
Thanks so
wide
much,
profile
dude.
once again. Shopify, it
4
doesn't
months in
feel
Slug Club, appreciate
as
you.
if they're able to pressure it whatsoever.
What's
KP
my
taking
thoughts
a
on
ton
weak
of damage
maps?
there.
Every team's always going to have weak
Pressure on
maps.
that one, Mimi.
Unless you've been together for a long time.
Meandering through
And
middle.
then with a
Flowerful
meta that
does
changes
actually
so
get
much,
glances
it
at
will,
before TPing away. Laurie
it's
goes
just going to happen.
to show a little bit of the hand there, but doesn't find the connection, but does make it harder work to hit this cross now.
This one way's a little bit high.
Very preemptive rotation coming out here. Sonder caught off guard.
I'm being really nice. This one way is extremely high.
A little more defensive here. The fragment.
I'm not even sure I'd call it a one way.
There's 3 members of G2 headed this direction.
And Petra's got the cross straight over Giuliano with that. Looking towards the site, it's KP. And KP was already down so low, it need a miracle, and it's not going to happen. Mary and Petra in unison, walking through them.
One enemy remaining.
And this
Oh,
bind
this is
ain't
strong.
looking as deadly now. Crushed.
I'm already looking at
like
Icebox, to
through.
be honest.
You're just seeing Benita left alive. 4 to find. You a believer, Michael?
I mean, yet to get on the board. We'll need to find 4 with the Sheriff here.
Yeah,
We'll spot the first, but actually we'll close it out. Nothing left to find though.
Okay.
And the concern being, I'm starting to see a couple of things. Laurie throwing out the ult there. It's that composure, that game plan kind of being thrown off kilter just a little bit. Shopify, very noted, yeah, actually on blind, G2 looking rattled in some of the rounds. That's the sort of thing that indicates Shopify may be starting to feel the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, starting to wake up here.
Just desperate to have an impact, do something
Yeah, easy
to slow
cool off.
G2 down.
A little worrying for Shopify because it has been exhausting, and it's that when you finally rest, it all catches up to you. And this game could be potentially the one that brings them back down to earth. We'll see. It is 8-0 for now.
Giuliano and Petra looking to pressure immediately towards market. Petra desperate to try and find it. KP though punished on the other side. First time Shopify have looked to get a little active, challenge this A main control. Actually previously it was just Mimi. Some round glance there in unison. There's a 4v3 though. Giuliano down to 10 HP with that early engagement in market.
Nice, Mary. Finding it. Trade comes in, and this is getting a little messy now. 2v2.
Laurie's got to stay standing here.
It's nice.
Give away really even any damage.
What are we saying? One of Shop's best chances other than the 1v3 to win the round.
Still has information for the post plan, working back in with Sonda with 2 flashes.
They got a lot of
Two
util.
flashes, glance has the paranoia. Actually, the null command going to prevent all of that.
But this is a nice double setup though, look at that.
It's so hard to clear. Do they have something to dismantle this, to dissuade it? No, they don't, and it's brutal.
Oh, it's such a
walk
strong
into.
setup, look at that.
G2 keeping the record clean on a way back into this matchup.
Even now, actually coming back onto another ultimate cycle. Mimi one off the null command. I said Shopify just desperate to throw everything at some of these rounds just to get one on the board. Even here, yeah, Giuliano 10 HP, but gets Sonder down to 30, which makes it so much harder.
This post plant so hard to get.
Nice little setup as well. No risk from lane. Yeah, both posted up on the same angle.
And it's good to see G2 looking alive. They've been looking, heads down.
Okay, they decided to go for something aggro night. Look at the util back in. Okay, that's a huge ult. Huge, look at the damage. Look at that. 2 hits. There's 5 altogether. 5 hits.
That's one. The Spectre good in her hands. Finds Petra and Giuliano, and this could be the first round in a while, but Mimi doing anything she can. 34 HP in a bit of a dream right now. Oh, Mimi!
What?
Out of nowhere! And now maybe Mary wants a little bit of that action, and look.
Come on,
has.
come on.
In a minute
Surely
with
give them one
Mary.
round.
She has been on
I feel like they earned this
fire.
round. It was nice. The ult was incredible.
Gets the composure. 50 seconds to play with.
Good read from Mary here. And the double stack towards mid from Shopify. No paranoia, no smokes just yet. But with KP still being alive, Mary almost needs to commit to finding a
Oh,
kill.
this is so
3
winnable.
towards main.
Holy hell.
Almost forced into playing sight here. The door going down. Yeah, I think KP is in.
Poor
range to hear
Benita.
it.
She did like What would it be? 350 damage with ult as well.
Does Mary go for quick?
Wait, would it be
handling of the
350? Yeah, something like that.
Smoke
Maybe a bit
towards
over.
main, and the readjust towards Dice. TP potentially taken. They did. Oh,
No way!
Mary!
There's no way!
You hear the
2
TP? She turns.
v5.
She finds
It's
her.
crazy.
Such awareness from Mary. Incredible stuff from
Mimi
as well, the
did
one to really
insane
flip that
to get
round of
those
10.
kills.
Make it
Let me
doable
quickly
for Mary.
think. It's 80 times.
First one in a while that looked hopeful.
It's heartbreaking for
Yeah,
Shopify.
it's
another
like
one where they're
400-ish, right?
challenge, looking to create
80
some-
times 5 basically. And a shock
Come
though.
on.
Mimi. So the awareness here though.
That is. That's
Massive
them
plays
boomed out of this.
coming out from
Any
G2.
kind of hope for
And they're right
a
back into
comeback
it.
in
All of
this
the
one
paces
is
and
done.
It's ceasing by any means. It's not slowing down. They are right back into it. Over towards B we go. Shopify Rebellion on the receiving end. Flatful, are you ready for what's coming your way? You get one. But Benita's got
They're
your
gonna win
backs
this round.
under
Well,
there. The pace better than meaty.
it had to happen at one point. Maybe a bit of an overheat, G2 going for a B rush, but there was a lot of people in the right
G2
place
looking to
here,
pile
so
the
this is
pressure
good
on.
from Shop.
Put Shopify on the back foot. Actually a big ultimate investment here.
Yeah, it's about
Mary
everything.
will bring the tour de force into the final round.
Bacon, no matter what, it's
It's
doing its thing.
10-1 scoreline for
Nothing I
G2.
can do.
Even if they get a consolation second round here. G2 almost just wanting this half over and done with.
They are running through him a little bit here. But you want to close the account cleanly. First contact made. Benita. Go by Flowerful. And there's
Just confidence, time
Yeah.
and time again.
is what's been missing, Mike. This has been a very quiet
Ooh,
performance
nice
from G2.
flash.
This time looking way stronger. Wow.
Well,
Well, that's
they got
first
one at
half.
least.
Wrap it up.
Yeah? Done?
Yeah,
Calling this one.
yeah.
You ready to be wrong?
I mean, the concern being we come into the next half with a triple initiator comp, right? And the desk touched on this, the inability to comfortably create space. And you know, I was talking about just this adjustment of play style that Shopify lean on with these sorts of comps. We saw on Icebox previously. It's not working out here. G2 taking absolute control of these rounds.
They're waking up, they're firing up. G2 looking a little bit different here this time around. 11-1. Let's hand it back to the desk to talk through what we've seen.
Imagine a comeback here. Yeah, I'm not believing after what I've seen.
Holy moly, I'm scared. Christine, I think G2 might be a little bit pissed.
Just a little bit, man. When you're looking back at that first half, you just look at the players' reactions, their faces, they are dialed in and super focused. I mean, and that's great, right? It's great. It's either you cry or you get
G2's
pissed,
pick?
right? And it
Yes,
seems like
their
G2 are
second
pissed,
map
and they're
pick.
really leaning into that, and we're looking well. It's looking really good.
Yeah, especially doing the first two maps and with the reactions that we have been getting, them being sad, that definitely not being 100%. At the beginning, you know, the rounds, they had this hunter look on their faces, being like, it's either do or die, literally.
Yes.
And I don't plan on dying here, so we gotta do something. But I also think that we're talking about their attack, you know, when you pick this map,
Petra?
most
Yeah,
likely
Petra's
you're
actually
gonna
been
start on the attack. We
pretty
love that
consistent
Juliana pick,
this
and
final.
honestly, I am not that convinced on the triple initiator from the defense. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I mean, going forward, Shopify really has to pull out some magic tricks out of the hat here. The triple initiator,
Yeah, you can
really
tell
just
it's their
means
weak
that,
map.
You know, they have a
They're,
lot to work with.
it's,
They have a lot of util to take space. They have a lot of util to
pretty-
play post.
It's pretty out there for us to see.
Retaking space away from their team. I think one thing that they're really going to have to focus for here actually going forward is setting up Flowerful in those spots that she can be really good at. Flashing for her, setting her up, or literally just leaving her, letting her do her own thing, setting her up for first kills or setting for her up to lurk, and just really depending on her, because honestly, looking at it, there is no space maker. There's no way that they can get onto the site other than dumping that util, or at least denying them from getting, like, you know, the first kills and just letting Flowerful really take the number advantage.
Yeah, and that's so important, especially considering on the first half, they didn't really do much of that, right? They're really going to have to lean into the strengths of this composition, start utilizing those utilities to regain that map control. We always talk about, we want to see these little small hunting parties, either a hunting party of 2 or 3, go out, go sniffing, go look for little skirmishes across the map and start utilizing that utility.
Well, this is going to be a tall task. Pansy and Hypok, over to you.
Yeah, let's waste no time because this could be a blink and you miss it sort of deal, Mike. We are at 11-1 and we did doubt the comp anyway. And I think we may not even get to the point of seeing those issues.
Yeah, I'm a big triple initiator fan.
They need to really rely on some of
I'm in for it on other maps. That's how much I think it is. I think people, I'll say this now, I think teams are sleeping on Sova Fade as a double, is just an actual, on more maps. I think both agents are very strong, especially Fade. I think Fade is the second best agent in the game at the moment.
Down by Main, and she's not alone in doing that either.
That's huge, actually. They have two towards main.
One towards CT. They're both going back through from middle, which is the interesting part. I wonder how much KP's going to read into this. Obviously, they don't know how much space they've got. Now, with the contact on towards door, they're questioning.
So have lots of utility for G2 though. Petra and Juliana, paint shell.
Sova Fade on Paul, yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah,
I love that.
From KP there to make the use of it after they got smoked off towards heaven. It's Laurie to find Glance. Now down
Okay.
to Petra and Mimi in a 2v3. Make it a 1v2.
Nice. Well, there's the first step. Too busy celebrating to get the oh no, okay. Ignore me. Spike was down. I was looking at the minimap, I didn't know it was planted. That's the first step. Nice eco coming in from G2 here. Best Aiden chamber? Yeah, of course.
Hey, I'm with you. We see OT. It'll be a banger of a map.
I want to go home at some point, please. I'll be starting OT talks at 2 rounds. Whoever's in the audience saying that, get them out.
Bacon, you can throw out some temp bans if it's getting too much.
It's 100% Mel. That voice is not subtle.
You have full freedom.
Go back to doodling on the pictures. Right, 2-11. It is classics.
Maintaining pace,
This is fast. Who? That's Spike.
Okay, Laurie, Benita, Cloud Ball. You're absolutely right, and they're just going to swarm it. Mark it now as bodies put to it. Benita put to bit. Okay, finds.
Oi, oi, oi. Benita's done incredible. See, how has Petra got a kill there in the 1-on-2? That's wild.
Picks up a bulldog, but loses her life.
Really nice from Benita. Good eco from G2 again.
G2 want to collapse onto that position in market. Benita goes huge with the Spectre just to deny that, but damage done. And really, you'd want Shopify to build up a little bit more in terms of a bankroll here. They almost have to, I mean, they're forced to consider purchasing into this round. And it's just how it settles. They'll be able to maintain a little bit. There's Bulldogs. Sundo with the rifle.
Let's see you pump for Prac.
This crowd's actually fun.
We can.
Sonda.
Mary was basically hiding in the smoke, waiting for the recon to fade. Recon faded, so she tried to take a bit of a timing. Got punished, but not fully punished for it. She's down 15 HP. She kind of gets away with that one for free. As we can see, a retake. Dude, Shopper going to the right side here.
Double stack towards short here. Glance and Mimi almost looking to get behind this. I mean, Laurie noted outside they might even be able to backstab. This could be huge.
Yeah,
this is very good reactions from everyone, though.
Yeah, Mary, though, so vulnerable here.
How are you alive?
Mary, 15 HP in a dream, keeps her standing. 3 agents noted as well, so should be very aware of how many players are present on this. Post plan could have some potential with Benny in position. KP. A little risky. I see the smoke going to be committed towards main.
Nice combo.
And the retake
I was unlucky to not get a kill there.
Pouring in towards the site. 3 towards heaven. It's Glance with 1. Sonda can only deny so much through door. And Mary shuts it down. It's now just Sonda alive.
Dude, Mimi has... Mimi was relatively quiet in the first 2 maps. I think that's kind of safe to say. She's been hitting some shots again in this one. Looking more like when we were first watching them.
No counter peek coming through from door. A little bit rattled here. Like I said, actually, this is where that financial disadvantage will continue. The fact that they were in a position they had to force back in on the previous. It's a Sheriff, a Ghost, and 2 rifles here for Shopify to work with. Sonda one away from the whole
9 chances. I kind of have no worry about this one, if I'm fully honest.
It'll take a lot now to close this gap. And the reality's starting to set in a little bit. G2 have their reputation for a reason. Mimi first to get contact here, noting that they're close, has to be careful. Does have support as well. Glance trying to pull all that attention. Prowler goes in, does not find Mimi. Mimi is now just going to teep herself in the corner. They don't know she's there! And Mimi with the worst surprise possible denies them all! And now
Nice
just
shutdown.
Flowerful.
Good good answer back from G2, but Icebox is gonna be really interesting because I think, at least from where I'm sitting, G2 look great on Breeze, so Icebox might be pretty important for Shop to close it out.
Will be found by Mimi. It's 13-3. It's quick.
Yeah, this was strong. This was convincing.
G2 not out of it yet.
I think this map was always going to go this way though, so not too much of a surprise.